Okay, so let's make a full breakdown of the situation that we currently have on Euro CHF. Now, let's start from the monthly. On the monthly, we clearly have a market that has tested now a very strong level of previous support, which is now turned resistance at this level. So on the monthly, clear break and retest of previous support now turned resistance. As well, what we can say now, after an impulse in general, if you want to measure the retracement, what are you supposed to be doing? Taking your Fibonacci from the high to the low of the impulse. And by doing it, what you can see is that the market retraced exactly to the 0.618, which is the golden ratio, which was lining up perfectly with the previous support and resistance, creating a confluence of resistance inside of this zone. And that is exactly why the market went to retest the level, because there was a lot of liquidity to be grabbed inside of this zone. Going down on the weekly, what do we have? Now, on the weekly, situation is extremely clear. The market first created an impulse, followed by this retracement with a clear deceleration and retest of this weekly structure that we had at this level. In fact, we had previous support, turn resistance, and again turn support at this area. And in fact, from here, we definitely wanted to see the continuation to the upside. And in fact, I also made a video here on TradingView when the market was here, explaining why we definitely wanted to see the market make the move to the upside. And I will link that previous analysis in description. And in fact, with students, we capitalized on this move to the upside because also on the daily, the market had created some very clear patterns, which give us the possibility to capitalize on the move to the upside. Then after that, what did the market do? The market created this correction, as we said, and from there we expect more continuation to the downside because currently the market is rejecting the level. Now, if you want information on this move, as usual, you have to take your Fibonacci on the previous leg. And by doing it, what we can see? We can see that the market retraced exactly to the 0.618 of the Fibonacci taken on this move. Going down on the daily, what do we have? Now, on the daily time frame, clearly the market is very near to breaking structure to the downside. Now, where is the structure at the moment? On the daily, the structure is at this area here. In fact, we have all these wicks, support, 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 and currently the market is inside of this support. However, it didn't get rejected. This candle closed inside of this support. This is usually what happens when the market wants to actually break it. We still don't have any confirmations. The market can easily bounce to the upside, but if the market will manage to break this area, it will be great. And it provides an opportunity. Now, before I show you how the market can provide an opportunity to us, let's go and see what we have on the Euro and on the CHF. If we check the COT data, so the commitment of traders, which is what the biggest banks and institutions are currently doing on the Euro and on the CHF. Now, starting from the Euro, we can see that currently we are sitting with 180K net positions, which is one of the highest values that we ever had. 180K net positions with 262K longs and 81K shorts. So massive amount of longs on the Euro, which in fact has been making big moves to the upside. And on the CHF, what do we have? On the CHF, we can see that net positions just reached 11K with 21K longs and 10K shorts. And the strength of the CHF still hasn't been reflected in the market, but the strength of the Euro, yes, Euro has already made a huge move to the upside on all pairs, but the CHF still hasn't. So how can we actually approach this kind of situation now? This massive amount of longs needs some profit taking. We can expect some profit taking on all these longs, and Euro pairs start giving us retracements from all that strength. And CHF still hasn't been reflected in the market. So how can we be approaching this situation now? If and only if the market will actually manage to break below the structure, then this previous support, which is still support as we are speaking, this previous support will be broken to the downside. And if that will happen, at that point, it will be turned resistance inside of this area. So if the market will break on the retest of this level, here is where the opportunity will be. And inside of this area, what we will be doing with students, we will be monitoring price action on the 4-hour time frame, waiting for the market to provide to us one of our valid entries. And as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice short with a very good risk to reward and very good probabilities for a move to the downside and for the market to complete this impulse, correction, and impulse pattern to the downside. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis and education, make sure you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free education and analysis for all of you. And I will see you in the next video.